Good day. Today we're going to go through your milestone check 1 for booklet A. So for this part, the MCQ part, no calculator allowed. First question, they will like you to know what is the value of this, add this to this. So to do this, what you need to do is you need to write down the value of each of this component. So 7,000 is actually 60. 7,000. So this is in the millions. So 70,000 is in the 10,000s place. So your 10,000s place is also over here. So just a quick revision. This is your ones, your tens, your hundreds, your thousands, your 10,000s, your 100,000s, and your millions place. Alright? Okay, then the next number is 7 ones. So it's over here. So when we add everything up, this is the answer. Okay, and this corresponds to option 3. Next question, they will like you to figure out what is this blank here. So to do this, we need to recognize that 350, alright, what times 3.5 will give you 350. So you need to recognize that this would be 100 times 3.5 equals to 350. So how do we know that? Excuse me. We know that because we will shift this by 2 zeros. So therefore when we shift forward, because it's a multiplication, the number needs to be bigger than the original one, is 350. So therefore the answer is 100. So when we take 100 times 3.5, your answer is actually 350. So this equation is actually the same as this equation. So therefore your answer is 3. Question number 3. To do this number operations, rule number 1 is always from left to right, like how you would read normally. And then always remember that your first priority is always multiplication and division. Okay, then followed up by subtraction or addition. So in this case, if we take a look here, from left to right, the first thing that we should be doing is our multiplication. Alright, so 11 plus 8 times 4 is 32 minus 16 divided by 8. And then the next one we will do from left to right would be your division. That will be 11 plus 32 minus away 2, because 16 divided by 8 is 2. And then from left to right, now because plus and minus, they are of equivalent importance, we can then do it normally. So 11 plus 32 would be 43 minus away 2, answer would be 41. Therefore your answer is 3. Moving on to question number 4. Mr. Block has 8 packets of sugar. The mass of each packet is 10 grams. He repacks the sugar equally into 9 packets. What is the mass of the sugar in each packet? So this is given in terms of fraction. So the first thing we need to do is we want to find out what is the total. So to do that, we know he has 8 packets of sugar. Each packet is 10 grams. So our answer is 80, right? And then he tells you that he packs it into 9 packets. So therefore 80 divided by 9. So when you do your non-division, you would actually, your answer that you will get would be 8. And then you have a remainder of 8 over 9. So your answer is number 4. When you convert this into mixed number. Next, find the value of 2 over 9 times 36. So when it's just a whole number, we do need to realize that it's actually upon 1. This is just some quick revision. And what we want to do is we want to simplify the numbers by dividing them with a common factor. Now the highest common factor actually. So the highest common factor, and please make sure your division can only be done with your numerator and your denominator or diagonally across. So 9 and 36 can be divided, okay, because it's diagonally across. Highest common factor will be 9. So divided by 9 equals to 1, divided by 9 equals to 4. So therefore, 2 times 4, your answer would be 8 over 1 times 1. So your answer is 8. That's option 4. The volume of water in a jug is 703 ml. Express the volume of water in liters. Okay, so to do this, we need to first understand that 1 liter is equivalent to 1000 milliliters or 1000 cm cube. So with this conversion, since you want it in liters, this unit is a bigger unit. To do that, we need to divide it by 1000. So 703 divided by 1000. So when we are dividing by, we need to move backward. So the initial decimal point is here. We shift 3 times. Why 3 times? Because there are 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so your answer is 0.703. And this is in liters. Option 2. Next, identify the height of triangle KLN. So this is KLN. This is the triangle, given that the base is LN. So let's go ahead and highlight our base. Our base is here. Okay, now how do we know what is our height? Our height is always the line that is perpendicular to your identified base, or you can say the line that forms a right angle on your identified base. So if this is my base, my right angle is here. So this line has to be my height. So the option is very obvious, is MK, option 2. So remember, when to identify the two lines used for calculation, you want to always look for your perpendicular lines or right angle. Okay, lines that form, okay, right angle. So I hope this will help you to remember how to identify your lines for calculation of area triangle. Okay, the solid below is made out of 1 cm cubes. What is the volume? So since this is 1 cm cube, the volume of each cube would be 1 cm cube. Very straightforward. To do this, we always count from the topmost level, and then we add to the previous number. So for example, the first one is 1 cube, right? And then the second one is actually 1 and 2. So it's actually 2 cube plus the previous number, which is 1. So 1 equals 3. Okay? And then the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 3, which is the previous number, and your answer is 8. So when you add these 3 numbers, okay, the answer that you should get is 12. So I find this quite a good systematic way to help me calculate the number of cubes. If you're able to see it straight away, no issues. You don't have to follow this method. Okay, a piece of rope 120 cm is cut into 2 pieces. The shorter length is 40. Alright, find the length of the shorter piece is to the length of the longer piece. So remember, I've said many times, in ratio, position actually matters. So the first one they mentioned was shorter piece is to longer piece. So S is to L. So S is 40. So what is L? So remember, the total length is 120. To find my length of my long one, I will subtract away the 40, and that will leave me with 80. Okay, so then we have to simplify. So to simplify, once again, we will divide with the highest common factor. So in this case, highest common factor is actually 40. Okay, so when we divide by 40 over here, give me a second, let me do a little bit of editing so it's a bit clearer. Okay, we divide by 40, the answer here is 1, and then when 80 divided by 40, the answer here is 2. So therefore ratio is 1:2. Okay, So can you see it is very important for positioning. If you swap these two around, your answer would have been 2:1, and that would have been wrong already. Sally bought 20 stalks of flowers, which 6 stalks are orchids. What percentage of the stalks of flowers are orchids? So in this case, you want to find out percentage. So remember right hand, left hand rule. So we always do right hand side first. So because we want to know percentage, we will multiply by percentage, and over the other side is the real number, which is 6 out of a total number of 20. Okay, so once again, we can simplify by dividing by highest common factor. So in this case, the highest one is actually 20. 20 divided by 20, that will give us 1. Divide by 20, that will give us 5. Then we have 6 times 5. Answer is 30 over 1. Answer 30. So answer 3. Question 11. A stationery shop gave a discount of $5 for every $40 spent. Okay, so remember this. Mr. Low bought some correction tapes and paid $110. What was the price of the correction tape before discount? So to do this, right, we can do elimination method. So how do we do it? Let's look at the first one. So the first option here is 115. If the original price before discount is 115, we know that in 115 there is a total of 2 sets of $40, right? Okay, so that means 2 sets of $40 means that for every $40 I should get $5, means I would get a $10 discount. So if you take 115 minus away $10, the answer is actually 105. It does not match. So the answer is not 115. So then we take a look at the second answer now. 125. Now in 125, we know that there are 3 sets of $40, right? Because 3 times 40 is 120. And 3 sets of $40 give us a discount of $15, because every $40 is 5. So 3 times 5 will give us 15. So if we take 125 minus away $15, sorry, your answer would actually be 110. And this tallies with the amount that he paid. So I know that for sure the price of the correction date before discount was 125. Okay, so of course you can go on to do it for the other two to confirm that it's wrong, leaving us with only option 2 as the correct answer. Next, a container has 2/3 liter of water. 1/4 of it is poured away. What is the amount of water left in the container? So what you need to understand is that this is in liters and this is fraction of the water. These two are not the same. Okay, they are not equivalent. So what they want to find out is what is left in the container. You first need to find out what is the fraction of water that is left. So since 1/4 of it is actually poured away, we can find out by having 1 subtract away 1/4. Answer is 3/4 of the water is left in your container. Okay. Now, then after that, what you need to do now is, because they want it in liters, you need to know what is 3/4 of 2/3 of water. So you will take 3/4 multiply by 2/3, okay, of liters. So what will you get? So same thing, please simplify. Highest common factor, 3 divided by 3 is 1 and 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So your answer is half a liter. Answer 2. Alright? Moving on. Question 13. Trevor bent a piece of wire 4.1 meter long. That means the total length of the wire is 4.1 meter. Okay, the breadth of the rectangle is 35 cm long. What is the length of the rectangle in centimeters? So because this is in centimeters, I would actually propose you to actually change this into centimeters for easy calculation. So to do that, I know that 1 meter is equivalent to 100 cm. Be careful, many students think it's 1,000. No, it's 100. So we will shift this one. So 4.1 times 100. We will shift this 2 times. That leaves us is 410 cm. Now, to help us visualize this question better, I will suggest you draw yourself a rectangle, just a rough one. Note that the breadth is 35 and 35. Now the question is, what is these two parts? So because A and B, they are the same. What I would do is, I would take the total amount, subtract away these two, and get the total of A and B, and then divide by 2. Okay, so obviously you can write everything within one equation. Sure, no problem if you are very good with your equation. So I'm going to attempt to do that for you to see. So you know that you want to take 410, you want to subtract away 35 times 2. And after that, you want to take this amount divided by 2. This is what you need to do. Okay, so one more rule, whatever that's in the bracket you have to do first. So based on that ruling from left to right, I know that I have to do whatever that's within the bracket first. But within that bracket, the rule that multiplication has a higher priority than subtraction still counts. So I will continue to do 35 times 2 first. So 410 minus away 70, close bracket, divided by 2. Excuse me. Okay, so in this case, 410 minus away 70, your answer is 340, and then you divide by 2. So 430 divided by 2, your answer is 170. So the answer is 2. Question 14. The original price of the lamp was $50. Okay, during a sale, Jeff bought the lamp at 20% discount. He had to pay an additional 7% on the discounted price. How much did he pay for the lamp? So the first thing is, let's see how much was the lamp when it was actually at 80%, right? Because he had a 20% discount. So to do that, you want to find the real number, correct? Because you want to find amount that he paid. So amount that he paid, okay, before the GST would be multiplied by a real amount, which is 50, and the percentage is actually 80%. We do simplification. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And answer 80 over 2, answer would be 40. Okay? So he paid $40 before the GST. So now he has to pay, you want to know how much he paid for the lamp, right? So $40 is the real amount. Remember right hand rule? Okay? But now we want to know what is 107%. Why is it 107? Because the 7 refers to the 7% GST over 100. Okay, and when we do our calculation, we will get answer 42.80. Okay. Next, Jeremy had to answer 30 questions in a quiz. For the first 10 questions, he took 3 minutes to answer each question. For the remaining questions, he took twice the total amount of time spent on the first 10 questions. Find the average time to answer each question in the quiz. So to do this, we need to find out what is the total amount of time taken. So for the first 10 questions, we know that the first 10 questions, he took 3 minutes to answer each question, right? So 3 times 10, so that is 30 minutes. Okay? And then the next 20 question. Why 20 question? Because the total number is 30. So 30 minus away 10, you're left with 20. Alright? So for the next 20 question, he told you he took twice the amount of time, okay, that he spent on the first 10 questions. So 30 times 2, 60 minutes. Okay? So the total time taken would then be 30 minutes plus 60 minutes. Okay, and your answer is 90 minutes. Now, each question, average time, so that means the total time is 90 minutes and you want to divide by the total number of questions, which is 30. So your answer in this case will be 90 minutes divided by 30 and your answer is actually 1. Okay, very easy calculation. Cancel the 2 zeros. 9 divided by 9 divided by 3 is actually 3. So your option is 1. Okay, and there you have it.